Hi, I want to take this opportunity to thank the prayer team, every one of you, for what you are doing behind the scenes. Your efforts and your desire to stand in the gap for not only global ministries and myself, but as well as the many prayer needs that come in. Many of them actually very urgent. People dying of cancer, people with inoperable situations, and you selflessly engage yourself on their behalf. I'm so appreciative of you standing with us in the gap for these lives. I want to also especially thank Wendy Ennis from New Zealand, who is the Director of Prayer, and Carol Kuss, who is the coordinator, and she certainly applies so much of her time into the administration of the prayer ministry. Thank you, Wendy and Carol, for all that you're doing. Your efforts and sacrifice make a difference to this prayer team, and I want to say thank you. A number of years ago, when my son lay paralyzed in hospital in London, and the doctors saw no hope for his recovery. In fact, they initially said he would die, and then they said he would never walk. And God gave me a word that 2 weeks later he'd leave the hospital, walk in. And I stood on that word, and God raised him up. However, during that time, of course, it was an emotional roller coaster, and I could feel the infusion of prayers coming into my spirit. The impact of those prayers so persuaded me of the tremendous power that there is in prayer. Just like James says, the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much, puts forth much power, puts out much force and energy. And I felt that force and energy coming into my being. And while I was in this hospital, I saw so many people that had no believing friends, had no supportive ministry team that would stand with them in prayer. And I came out, and as a token of deep gratitude to God, I said, God, I want global ministries and relief not only to be engaged in missions and relief and training and revival, but also as a prayer center to those who are in desperate need. And God has given us opportunity to stand in the gap for so many lives. I couldn't do this without you, and I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you. Now, we are working behind the scenes as well. Just like you are praying behind the scenes, we are doing some administrative changes. We want to set up a training program for the prayer team, that you can be strong in the Word and have one kind of a voice of prayer that would train your spirit man, that would increase your faith. And so we're working on that. It will include teachings, it will include updates, and it will include some podcasts, maybe in the future video teachings as well. We want to set that up for you, that you can access that for your development and growth. The second thing we're working on is we want to set up, probably be like Facebook, but it'll be Google Plus, where the prayer team would form, as it were, a circle of relationships, and you could communicate within that circle. So it would only be for those in the prayer team. Others couldn't join it until they join the prayer team. So it wouldn't be like open game for all like Facebook, but it would be exclusive for the prayer ministry. So we're working on those things, and we'll send you invitations to be able to access the training as well as the Google Plus in a short season. Well, I wanted to give you a quick update. I know it's not a lengthy video, but I want to say thank you. I want to assure you of our deep gratitude. Wherever I go, I promote the prayer ministry, and I'm trying to get more and more people to subscribe, to become a part of. And this year we've grown by probably about 60 new prayer partners, and I'm very grateful for them coming in. My goal is to have at least 500 prayer partners. So I also want to extend to you a challenge to get out to your Christian friends and see if you can enroll them in the prayer team. Let them join our ranks so that we can grow. If any two shall agree as touching anything, well, could you imagine if 500 could agree as touching something? the impact of that prayer. So I want to escalate our prayer force, as it were, for these that are in desperate need, always having someone praying, always having someone standing in the gap. And I know that we can do this if we all band together and join our forces as one. So get out there, invite your friends, tell your pastors about the prayer team. Maybe they can also subscribe. And for example, the church that I'm at right now, Pastor Chris Proudy, Pastor Don Proudy, we were driving from the airport to the meetings, and Pastor Chris was sharing with me how that she then takes these prayer needs that we give and takes it to her prayer group. Well, that is another way of escalation. So who knows what could happen as you get out and share with your churches, share with your pastors what's happening, how we could increase the prayer impact for these who are suffering so much, and for the work that we're doing at Global Ministries and Relief. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your partnership. I look forward to seeing many answered prayers and give testimony to the glory and the grace of God as He answers the prayers of the righteous. Hallelujah. Thank you, and God bless you.